Like all buildings, each year they deteriorate to some degree. When they're not attended to year after year, they get worse and worse. We're at a stage where we have facilities that have not been addressed for quite some time. This capital project addresses those specific items. One of the things that we discovered when we did the BCS survey was that some of the spaces were being used for purposes that it wasn't originally scheduled for. Things like a closet that should be used for storage, but instead are being used for classrooms. We see teachers on carts when we prefer them and students prefer them to be in classrooms. Part of what we're able to do in this capital project is to address spaces that need to really be retrofitted for other uses, get teachers off carts, put children and staff in state-of-the-art facilities that will allow them to grow and flourish.
Over in the Windsor Elementary School, we have a 119-year-old facility that is hosted at one time 12 classrooms that have been vacant on account of our inability to occupy the space, safety reasons, building materials crumbling, and that will be, as part of the proposition for that, will be demolished, and a new wing, which will also include a gymnasium so that we can separate the cafeteria from the gymnasium in that school. In Vales Gate Elementary School, we've had modulars, 5 modulars there that were intended to be in a short term, and it's now been 42 years. So those are going to be removed, and a small classroom wing, which will have music classrooms as well as a nurse's station and OTPT classroom. Heritage Middle School was never originally built as a 6 through 8 middle school. It had other intended purposes. However, since the district has owned and occupied that, the greatest challenge there is the number of shifts that the students have to endure to eat lunch in the cafeteria because it's an inadequate amount of space. So a core piece of work there is to remove that back wall on that would be the west side of the building, and construct a 3,000 square foot addition, in addition to renovating the existing cafeteria. So that will, as far as scheduling, it will provide them a number of different solutions.
The mobile structures, as we walk through the building, you can tell that they don't belong. They don't have the same look and feel as the rest of the building. We have spaces there where our students are receiving physical therapy in those spaces, and they were not made for the kinds of services that students are supposed to receive. One of the spaces that we have back there is our math lab, which I really wish was more integrated into the school building, because it's an awesome place where our math AIS teachers work with students, but it's so far removed that it just makes it feel like an afterthought because it's so far away. My music teachers are teaching in classrooms that were supposed to be not permanent structures. They're teaching music in mobile classrooms. The places are outdated and not the most conducive to teach music in those spaces. Part of the plans for our school is the renovation of our school entrance. We have beautiful grounds here, and I know that the new entrance is going to really highlight the amazing space that we have in this building. It will also provide a better traffic flow for students as they enter and leave the building. We're going to be able to accommodate our buses in a redesigned loop. We're also going to have more parking spaces for faculty and staff, but also for families that come to visit us during the day. We're going to have improvement made to our sidewalks, to the blacktop out in front. Really, it will provide an enhanced, safe, secure environment for all our Gators.